Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I think I finally got it, y'all, to where we can look at my trader spreadsheet in the Fantasy Live updates. So let's try it out. If I have to tweak it, I could tweak it tomorrow at work and make it bigger, make it smaller. I don't know. Your girl is not the technology girl. I ain't figured out how to put Excel into StreamYard. But once I figure that out, it's on and popping. It is on and popping. Today, I just wanted to have a mini conversation about traders. I don't want to get in too deep because I already, said what I had to say about the episode. I want us to kind of look at our fantasy teams to see where we're at. Kate is now available to be picked up, but I kind of feel like Kate has missed 5 episodes. That's 50 points. I mean, I guess if you had Bananas who only had 10 points, or maybe if you had a couple of people who don't have any points because Peppermint who went home early, maybe you might want to pick up Kate for them. But I feel like Kate is only going to be here about 2 or 3 episodes because we ain't about to let the new person come in and win. Who does that? So if you want to swap, you have to get your swap in before Thursday. The episode comes on Thursday, this Thursday. If you want to drop one person and pick up anyone else besides a trader, you can't pick up a trader. I will swap out one person. You can pick up Kate. You can pick up Sandra. You can pick up Bergie, like whoever you might want to pick up. But you have to get your DM into me before the episode comes on Thursday. Because you can't wait, because if you pick up somebody that get murdered or pick up somebody get banished, it has to be fair. So just like you DM me your team on Instagram, Twitter, or if I gave you my personal email, just send me in that same manner your swaps. A 1-for-1 swap. But you can't pick up Poverty, Phaedra, or Dan. Now, how I would do it, or how I am going to do it, I haven't decided who I'm going to pick. My team, let me look at my team. I'm probably going to drop Peppermint because Peppermint is someone who I had that is banished and she didn't have a lot of points. But I'm probably going to pick up someone who I think will be the next trader, because in my mind, Dan is going home next week. Banished. Bye, Dan. If Dan doesn't go home next week, I might move him up in my rankings, because we're going to go over cast rankings tonight too. But I just expect Dan to go home. So I want to pick up somebody who I think will be the next trader, like a CT or Sandra. I don't know who Phaedra, thought I had a hiccup, who Phaedra and Poverty may agree to be the next trader. We'll definitely get into that after the next episode. If it go down the way I think it's going to go down, maybe they might pick up Kate. I don't know. But my goal in the swap is to try to think about who might be the next trader and pick them up for my team so I can get them 15 points a week instead of 10 points a week. But anyway, again, if you want to swap, you could say, I want somebody off of my team. Give me one other person. It could be Kate or anybody else. But I would personally pick somebody else who already got points for that. Like if you pick up MJ, you already got 50 points. Where if you drop Bananas, who had 10, you gaining 40 points for your team. Now, if MJ get banished next week, oh well. At least you got an extra 40 points. But okay, let's get into this screen share and see what we can work out. Y'all, remember, I'm an accountant. I deal with numbers. Now, when you see my spreadsheet, it's going to look like an accountant put the spreadsheet together. I didn't got the columns and the rows. But the technology side, that's not your girl's friend. That's why I went into the office today, because the computers was down and they was like, oh, You can figure out how to do the web computer. I say I ain't got time to figure out no web computer. I'm driving right to the office. But let's get into it before y'all. I'm just saying for y'all make fun of me for not knowing how to put Excel in StreamYard. And if you know how to put Excel in StreamYard, teach your girl. Because I don't know. Y'all can't see that mess. I'm trying. I'm going to read it out. But this is the spreadsheet. On the far left, I have everyone's team, their team name. I know, Glenda, I had to put a disclaimer. I'm going to get it together one day. I need to reach out to somebody who does this. Like, I think Andrew does, not Andrew, but Drew. I've seen Chantel do it. I'm trying to think of other people who talk about the challenge and stuff, and I've seen them use Excel on StreamYard. I got to ask them how they do it. But anyway, I got everyone's team name to the left. As you can see, all the columns are each player. If they're in red, they are murdered or banished. They out the game. Yellow are our 3 traitors. And then, of course, the non-colorful people are the faithfuls. I don't know if anybody can see this. Can you make your oh wait, I done went too far. I done went into the I don't know, y'all. I'm trying my best with this Excel spreadsheet in StreamYard. I cannot. It will not let me screen share Excel. And I think it's because I'm on my Mac laptop, but Excel is a Microsoft Office product. So Mac already doesn't like my Excel spreadsheet anyway. Maybe I need to do it in, I don't even know what they call Excel over here on this Mac, but maybe I need to do it in a Mac spreadsheet. That's what I did. I took a screenshot of it and I put it in a slide, but you still can't see it. It's too small. Like I can see it on my computer. Anyway, let's get into her first place. First place at 325 points is, shout out to Christina. You know, Christina is the one that has all the fantasy teams on the app. Next time, we ain't gonna worry about this because next time I'm gonna sit down and figure out how to create a fantasy team in that app. I didn't have time before traders to do it. But your girl I'm getting there. I'm slowly learning, working to get better. But shout out to Christina. She's in the lead. Christina's in the lead because everybody on her team is still in the game. She doesn't have, like Christina probably doesn't even have to swap. She doesn't have anyone that's been murdered, or banished. She has Sandra, Trishelle, Phaedra, CT, Peter, and Kevin. That's a really good team. The only weak link is Kevin, but he might stick around for being a dummy. But no, I think Kate gonna get Kevin. After Christina, we have shout out to Vontae. Vontae does have Tamara. Oh, now how Vontae get all these points? He got Tamara, who just got murdered, Ekin that got murdered, but he does have Phaedra as a traitor. I think the people who he got murdered were recently murdered, so he still has a lot of points. But I feel like I can jump in front of Vontae because he got 2 people banished and I only got 1 person banished. Up next is it myself? Yes, it's myself at 295. I only have Peppermint out the game. I still have Sandra, Trishelle, Phaedra, CT, and Kevin. So we shouting it out. Now let's see who needs to do some work, who needs a really good swap. Let's see who has the lowest points. Team Topaz, which is Eric. I'm sorry, Eric. Eric does have a lot of murders, as in he has Janelle, Peppermint, and Max. He does have a traitor in Phaedra, and he has CT. But Eric, you were also a person, I think I told you in the DMs, you only sent me 5 names. So you were already at a disadvantage. So this is your opportunity to get me another name so you can have 6 people in the game. So, Eric, get at me. But I'm going to work on this again. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to recreate this spreadsheet in, what do they even call spreadsheets in Apple? I never use Apple for work. It's all Microsoft. Whatever Mac has as their spreadsheets, I think it's called Numbers. I'm going to recreate this in Numbers, and then maybe I can share it from there. Jamika, let me find you. So I can't hardly see it myself. Jamika, you are in the game. You're at 280. And well, you do have 2 banishments. You just lost Janelle. And of course, you lost Peppermint. But you have 2 traders in Poverty and Dan. I don't know what Dan gonna do for you after Thursday. But you do have Poverty and Dan. Sandra, which is a really good pick. Oh, you lost Bananas too. Jamika, you need a swap. You need to get rid of Bananas and pick up anybody else, because I think you're getting ready to lose Dan. So you need to keep your points building up. So you need a swap really, really badly. Let's see. Wait, I have 2 traders and I only lost 2 people. Let me see where you at, Glenda. I can't even read my own spreadsheet. Glenda, what's your team name? Because I can't see. Christina, Vontae, Isaiah, Dejan, that's Eric. Okay. The Trader's Trope. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, well, no, you only have 1 trader. You got Dan. You lost Janelle. You still have Sandra Trishelle. Girl, you was the only person to pick Sheree. The only person to pick Sheree. That might work out for you, because I think Sheree gonna be standing at the end losing all her money to Phaedra. But you were the only person to pick up Sheree. And you have CT, which I think is a good pick. Wait, Glenda, I'm tripping. You in second place, a tie for second with Christina, and Christina ain't even first. Dejan in first. Y'all, I got my glasses on. I still can't see. Dejan is the one in first, because Dejan has all 3 traders. He has Poverty, Phaedra, and Dan. You can't really compete with that until Dan go home. And hope he don't pick up another trader when he does his swap. But I forgot. I can't see. But I'm happy y'all caught that. That's because you knew Faye. I didn't think I should have thought that way. I might pick up Sheree just for that 10 points a week. At least I know I'm getting 10 points a week. Because who's going to waste a murder or a banishment on Sheree? Yeah, Dejan, you in first. I can't see. I need my glasses on. I got my glasses on, but I still can't. Blame it on the 40-year-old brain and the 40-year-old eyes. Okay. Now, I want to do something else fun. I want to do this every week. After we go over the fantasy team, I want to do my rankings. Now, y'all know it was a video last week, I think the challenge chat, where somebody did the rankings where they called them Paw Patrol, NCIS, Criminal Minds. And I was like, that's cute. I want to do that myself, but I want to use shows that I know, because I don't watch NCIS, Criminal Minds, so I don't know the level, if it should be high or low. So this is my ranking system, my rankings. I like the detective type shows. So I just picked out the detective kind of investigative, fixer, lawyer type shows that I watch that I know. So at the bottom, which would be equal to the Paw Patrol, would be Scooby-Doo. Now, I know Scooby-Doo always figured out it wasn't necessarily Scooby, but the crew. They always figured out who was behind the mask and stirring up all the mischief. But Scooby and Shaggy was always the Kevins of the world. They ain't never have it together. They was there for their snacks and the friendship, but it was really the other ones solving the crimes. So the bottom tier is Scooby-Doo. Now I put all respect on Olivia Benson, but Olivia Benson ain't gotten nothing with Olivia Pope. So that's why Olivia Benson SVU is a step up from the Scooby Doo. From Olivia Benson, you got my girl from Scandal. Like she Olivia Pope was gonna figure out the traitors. Now she had a couple of blind spots because she was all in love with, the president and all that. So she didn't have it all together. But the top tier who gonna find the traitors is Annalise Keating from How to Get Away with Murder. So this is my rankings. I'm about to put the players in these 4 rankings, and you tell me if you agree or not. Jamika, please don't put your swaps in the comments. You gotta put the swaps in the DMs. That way it's there. And when I go to the DM, I know, because I don't usually come back to the live comments. So yeah, Instagram or Twitter. So, let's start at the bottom and work our way up. On the Scooby-Doo level is Kevin, Sheree, and Trishelle. Kevin, you sounded a fool at that table last week. Kevin can't find the traitor if the traitor slapped him in the face. Sheree doesn't know what's going on. And just like in her real life with them joggers, she can't get her joggers released on time. She can't find the traitor in time, because I haven't figured out why, if anybody else should be on Phaedra's ass, it should be Sheree. Like, nobody else there knows the real Phaedra. I don't understand why Sheree ain't piping up. And then, I mean, Trishelle probably don't have to be Scooby-Doo, but I don't like how she did my girl Peppermint, and she had on them whack-ass chicken gloves that I just did not respect. So, and Trishelle ain't really... What else has Trishelle added to the game? Hey, Lemon Pepper Kush. What else has Trishelle added to the game? So yeah, Trishelle, Sheree, Kevin are all on the Scooby-Doo level of investigations. They just happy to get their check. Kevin is a little bit worse because he's a little bit more than happy to get his check. He's actually playing the game, but he's playing the game all wrong. He's right. Glenda, Kevin is just there for the food. Where he there for his Scooby snacks. Sheree is there for the check, for that. I'm telling you, that light bill at the chateau gotta be high. I don't know where Sheree getting her money, but she paying off that chateau. Because the utilities alone would have took me out. Our next level, we're at Olivia Benson. You're a step above Scooby-Doo, but you ain't nowhere near the black ladies. You ain't nowhere near them. Up first is Dan. Now, Dan, it's kind of a little bit of disrespect to put you at the Olivia Benson level, because you should be up there with Annalise Keating. But I just have a feeling you getting ready to banish Bergie and Peter getting ready to make a fool out of you. But these rankings will change every week. We will be talking about these rankings every week. Now, Dan, if you still here for the next ranking and you don't let Peter play you for the fool, you might can move up. But I have a feeling you ain't even going to be on the show for the next ranking anyway. But so for right now, you at the fools level. The step up from, like, Scooby-Doo are the fools. You the step up from Scooby. Now, CT, you made it here because you ain't really adding nothing to the game but a little bit of lighthearted fun and entertainment. Like, I enjoy seeing you, but I haven't really heard you talk or strategize about this game, which is on brand for CT. He's just there for the challenges. But CT, this is the type of game where you just can't be good at the challenges. You have to strategize. You have to politic. You have to throw some names out there and get some people out to get to the money, because if you get to the end and all the traders are also at the end, you're really just here for fun. You're going home with nothing. MJ, I would have had a step up because MJ was playing the game hard, but I feel like that funeral scene with MJ, she said, I'm gonna be quiet, I'm gonna shut up, I'm taking a step back. And I wish instead of taking that step back, MJ, you should have kept your foot on a neck because you were in the middle of the talks in the strategy. And I really wanted you to stay in that middle area to figure it out. Kate, you just got there. So I know you're not Scooby Doo, Kate. I know you're not Scooby Doo, so I had to put you somewhere, but you just got here. So that's why you at that level. But depending on how you show out, Kate, you can go up or down. Because as entertaining as you are, Kate, last season you ain't find Nan Trader. You didn't smoke out Nan Trader last season. So we shall see. Our next level is my girl Olivia Pope over here on Scandal. These people are right there, but they got a block in the way. Like they just can't. It's hard to get to Annalise Keating. Not everyone can just be put up there. You got to do something spectacular to get, you got to get away with murder. You got to get away with murder to get up there with Annalise Keating. In Poverty, you barely got away with Ekin-Su. You barely got away with Ekin-Su Poverty. I still feel like that acting was so bad. I don't understand why more people don't have your name on your lips. Now, I did hear, I was listening to shout out to Eric and A who all over their podcast. I hope I said it right because Lord, that's a lot and I don't want to mess nothing up. But shout out to Eric. They were talking over there on the podcast and they said in an interview, Janelle did mention Poverty's name at the round table, but it was cut from the show. I don't know how true that is either, because I feel like if Janelle threw Poverty out there, another traitor, we should know, because that's gonna put Poverty's name on other people's minds. So maybe she said it, maybe she didn't, but what Janelle got a lot for. But anyway, Poverty, you're acting in the breakfast room at that funeral. It's horrible, Poverty. You really got to do better. Because I would have been said Poverty was a traitor. Sandra, I want to give you Annalise off of just respect. I want to give Sandra Annalise, but Sandra is too quiet. And I think it's the edit because people aren't piping up about Sandra being quiet like they're piping up about Dan. So I think just the edit is making Sandra look quiet, but I want more from Sandra. And I feel like if Janelle would have stayed, Sandra would have been activated because Janelle called this lady a bitch to her face. Sandra would have done everything to get Janelle out. So if we kind of got robbed from that because Janelle went home, but the edit is either doing Sandra wrong or Sandra isn't playing this game like I really want her to play. Now, Bergie is someone who I did not expect to be up here with Olivia Pope. But Bergie last week really showed me that his head is in the game. He's willing to call you all out when you're wrong. He's willing to put his neck on the line. He got that shield. Did Bergie get Bergie and Trishelle got the shield? He got that shield and he's using it in a strategic way. Even though it was Peter's idea, he's still using it in a strategic way. And I just like how John, he put his whole lawyer skills on the table and he was really making some good arguments. And again, I've said it once, I said it before. It was enough people arguing on your behalf, Janelle, for Dan, where if you would have never said Sandra and CT's name, you had the backup to get Dan's out. But you messed up dropping other names. And sometimes just because Kate asks you who you think the traitors are, you ain't got to answer. You could have said, Kate, I don't know who all the traitor, but I know one, and it's Dan. And you could have left it at that. But you kept running your mouth, Janelle, and that's why you ain't even on none of the spreadsheets. But anyway, these are all my Olivia Popes. Now I have a feeling John and Bergie might drop down, but we'll see. We'll see. And there's only two Annalise Keatings, and that's Peter. Now, Peter, if your plan fails on Thursday night, you will be dropping back down to the Olivia Benson. You might not be Scooby-Doo, but you dropping down, Peter. You only got up to Annalise Keating because I love your strategy. In the cliffhanger of your strategy, we don't know how it's going to pan out. And since we don't know, you get to be with Annalise. But if it's a womp womp, then your rankings are going to drop. But Phaedra, to me, is playing the best game of everyone on this show. Phaedra is doing what she does best. She's throwing rocks and hiding her hands. Like, she's letting people shoot themselves in the foot. And she's over here rubbing backs, wiping tears, making cute nicknames, Bergylicious, having a great time, being silly with CT. Like, Phaedra, this is how you insulate yourself as a traitor. Phaedra is not out here throwing out names thinking everybody a traitor, but she's so friendly and well liked by the cast that no one can imagine that she's a traitor. But she out here murdering and she out here doing all the dirty stuff behind y'all backs, but y'all have no clue. I don't think anyone on this cast is thinking about Phaedra. They might think Sheree a traitor before Phaedra. So that's great gameplay. So I'm going to reward Phaedra with the Annalise Keating. Phaedra, I hope you can keep it up. I think you can. I think the way you check Parvati, nobody likes you, Parvati. Everybody think you a traitor. Don't do that. The way she checked Parvati and Dan in that trader's room, I don't think either one of them are going to try Phaedra again. Again, I don't think Dan is even going to be there to be tried, to try. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. This was a fun update, you all. Again, I'm having a good time reviewing Traders with Really B and Abby. I think we kind of do it where it streams on all of our channels. So it'll either be Friday or Saturday. Don't have me commit to a day because I never know what my schedule will be. But me, Abby, Really B, and whoever else wants to come to the panel, we'll be reviewing Traders together. And then probably like on Mondays, let's keep this a Monday show because my Mondays right now are empty because I'm not doing Potomac. I'm just going to tell y'all now, I haven't watched Potomac in weeks. And if we get an entertaining episode, DM me and I'll watch it again. But until then, I just have no desire to even watch that show. So let's keep this the Monday night show where we update our fantasy. We get our fantasy updates and we get our rankings where we rank the cast on how we think they're playing every week. That's going to be our Monday night show. So that wasn't even 45 minutes like I thought it would be. That was cute and that was fun. So let's end this here. Please like the video, share the content. I appreciate everyone that does. And go ahead and subscribe to your girl, Kiss My Cheeks TV, and follow me on all platforms, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all Kiss My Cheeks TV. I have a really good time on social media, and we will go from there. I have set the challenge chat to start at 6:45, but I'm probably going to start it now. So in about 1 minute, I'm going to start the challenge chat because it's a really quick kind of like my 2 cents on a couple of things I saw come up across social media. And then that's going to be the night because then we're going to rest and get ready for work tomorrow. Okay. So thank you all so much for your loving support. I will see you all later. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.